The regular neck synocta gold abutment is placed on the analog and aligned with the internal octagon. The needed height of the plastic modelling aid, according to the height of the occlusal plane, is marked on the plastic. For easier handling of the abutment, the use of an additional analog is recommended for manipulation outside the model. It's important that the abutment is correctly positioned in the internal octagon before the internal screw is tightened. Depending on the individual circumstances, the modelling aid can be shortened to the previously marked height of the occlusal plane. For optimal aesthetic planning, a wax-up has to be modelled. Then a silicone key will be made over the wax-up and splinted in two parts to define the optimal wax modulation for the customized abutment. The silicone key shows exactly the space for the cement-retained crown, which will be made over this customized abutment. The modelling aid ensures a clean and sharp-edged finish of the screw channel. Always do the cast with a modelling aid. Otherwise, the dental casting metal alloy will not, or only too thinly, flow out at the upper coping rim. A wax modulation is contoured according to the anatomical circumstances of the individual case. It's important that the wax modelling on the abutment has a sufficient thickness of at least 0.7 millimeters. Do not cover the delicate margin of the abutment with wax. Check the modulation for parallelism. The wax modulation on the abutment is examined with a silicone key to make sure that the available space is sufficient for ceramic veneering. The modulation shows an optimal design for fabrication of the customized abutment for contouring of ideal emergence profile and adaptation margin to gingival contour. For reasons of hygiene, the cement margin must be no more than 3 millimeters below the gingiva. Invest the customized abutment in the usual method without the use of wetting agents. In order to avoid overflow of the cast-on alloy on the delicate circular edge and interior of the abutment, it's recommended to thoroughly clean the abutment prior to investment. It's very important that there's no wax on the delicate margin. When processing the investment material, follow the investment material manufacturer's instructions. Observe the recommended mixing ratio and preheating time exactly. The use of investment materials for rapid heating methods, like speed investment materials, is not recommended. After casting the customized abutment, the abutment has to be divested gentle with ultrasound, water jet, pickling acid, or glass fiber brush. Never use sandblasting for divestment. This will destroy the fine margin and the implant abutment connection. Intruded casting metals and casting pearls cannot be removed from the shoulder part of the gold abutment with a finishing instrument for the 45-degree shoulder due to design reasons. If casting errors occur, such as insufficient mold fill, casting beads, or casting defects in the interior, the procedure must be repeated. as the long-term success of the prosthetic work depends on the accurate fit of the restoration. If the cast-on alloy is trimmed through, the ceramic core surface cannot be covered with ceramic veneer and the cast has to be redone. Ceramic core is a non-oxidizing alloy and allows no ceramic bonding. After trimming, the finished customized abutment is polished and ready for the fabrication of the cement-retained single crown.